I'm here with my guy Desean Bynoe, and been trying to link him up for a long time, just because I needed to speak to a young jock like him. Tell me, man, last year, you started off pretty good. What was the feeling like? That was your first time riding professionally, right?
Professionally, I'd say first time riding a big track like this, like Woodbine, between Woodbine and Fort Erie. Because the last 2 years, like 2021 and 2022, I was in Alberta, and that's where I mostly like developed a lot. Honestly, the jump from Barbados in 2020 to 2021 in Alberta, riding on a dirt track, improved a lot. And even still improving, but I was mainly proud of myself from Barbados to just the jump. Like even when I was hurt over the winter, like watching the races and seeing some of the Canadian jocks go down. I think Desan was there. Desan won a race. That feeling is just different, It's just different. You got people close, everybody cheering, a different type of cheer. Here, like this is a Thursday night, you can show the people, and back home on Saturday, the garrison is packed. And Thursday, you just go work, do your job, and go back home, and that's what it is up here.
Yeah, you're pretty right about that.
Yeah.
But is that good for you though? You know your job in the morning. You get up early. You go ride some horses.
Yeah. Eventually, it's just a routine, Just a routine. Everybody's routine is different. For me, once races start, I have some pretty long days because once I start at the track, I don't leave. I don't really leave the track, right? I just stay here, go in the jocks room, deal with my weight, whatever, if I have to, and just go in the sleeping room till races start.
You got a pretty natural body, it seems, for riding races.
A pretty natural body?
Well, I mean, you look slim. You're not tall. Not that tall is bad, but I mean, like you just seem like a relatively good height.
Well, honestly,
and weight.
Honestly, last year I was struggling with my weight. So it's just discipline. This year, while I was hurt, I was just doing a lot of research, and it could be tiring. It is tiring actually, just sweating all the time. And then you gotta go out there and ride Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes Fort Erie, Monday, Tuesday. And my eating habits at that time was all over the place. So this year, just like can't really run. Don't want to put too much pressure on my foot. So I just maintain my diet, and so far it's been working out. I still sweat, but not as much as before.
I always wonder about that, like especially like for yourself, because I mean you got so much history before you when it comes to riding. I mean you got your uncles, right? You got family involved in racing, right? They must throw some tips at you, some good advice,
sure.
How to treat yourself and so forth, right?
Even outside the family, there is and there will always be a lot of teachers out there. Everybody at the end of the day is perception. Everybody see things differently, and for me as a person, I'm always willing to learn. Sometimes it gets frustrating, not lying. It gets frustrating.
What's frustrating? What's the part that's frustrating?
Well, it's like trying to do better, but you're not seeing the results as yet. But you can't really force life. I'll just say life in general, just a general statement.
I want to ask you about that because the results, is it body-wise or is it results from not getting good horses?
Animals? Well, there's some good riders out there, and some people just go unnoticed. Like Jeffrey Allison just won that race. Jeffy's a really, really good rider. I love to watch Jeffrey riding, and just coming here and just learning about the history. At the end of the day, everybody works hard, but I always say there's levels to it. Yeah, there's levels to it.
I feel like if when it comes to horse riding and jockey lifestyle, I feel like if you put a lot of work in and eventually
it pays off.
It comes off. Together.
Yeah.
That's my observation. Just a keen observation.
Yeah. It's true because just looking back, I say this. I said this before. I think everybody gets a shot eventually. You just gotta stick it out. But like I said, it could get frustrating, and some people give up, some people quit. But what could you do? You know, it's up to them as an individual. How strong are you mentally and that stuff.
You know, your bro is winning races in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, yeah.
How motivating is that? I mean, like, are you cheering him on from here?
Yeah, for sure. I watch the races, but sometimes their races run a bit late, so I fall asleep.
I mean, you're tired. You're up early in the morning, right?
And they go in a bit early till we get up at 3:30 for the last few weeks, and I'd be at the track before 5 in the morning. So.
But I mean, this is horse racing, right? And
horse racing.
I guess you must have gotten the tips early in your life about how tough it could be.
Yeah,
Yes,
honestly,
sir. How are you?
I grew up around the business. I grew up in horse racing, so I've seen it with my eyes. And eventually, you gotta face it. It's like I said, there's levels to it. You grew up around the track. Everybody wants to be a jockey, but when you actually get into it, that's when reality kicks in. And honestly, like even when I got hurt, that's the first time I ever got hurt. Ever got hurt in my life. And when I was on the ground, for a moment, I was like, I really, really want to still do this. But I'm back here, and I know the risks. And honestly, since I've been back, been in the gates again. Not nervous or anything, but horses always react. Stuff is always happening. You just gotta deal with it.
No, I mean, this is a serious matter, so I'm just gonna put it like this. So now that you're back, you feel like you're back now, or do you feel like you're still a little bit cautious, or
a little bit cautious? I feel like after most people get hurt, you always be cautious because you don't want to get hurt again. So I wouldn't say scared, but I think cautious is a safe word to use. Not scared, just being more careful. If I could avoid getting hurt at any point, I'm gonna avoid it. But I'm still gonna go there right as hard as I could, because everybody want to win at the end of the day. I still want to win. I put all that stuff behind me and just try to move forward.
Now, would you consider yourself like an opportunist when it comes to riding, or are you just kind of like a person who looks at the program and just kind of rides according to how your horse is fit and so forth?
It depends. Honestly, it depends on the horse. The program is always important. The program is one of the main things. I don't like going into races not having a clue where I'm supposed to be or who's going to be in front of me, who's going to be behind me, it's good to have an idea at least, and that helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Now, you're back now, you're back riding, and I know you've had 7 races since you came back. About that?
Yeah, pretty much. I think 5, 7. I rode 2 at Fort Erie on Tuesday that just went by. But yeah, since I got back, got a few thirds, 4.
And are they showing you the love back stretch now that you're back and everything?
Well, most people are supportive, but the business now is I wasn't there, spring training, so I'm just waiting for my turn. Eventually it'll come, I know that, so I just got to be patient, and every horse I get from now on, just ride to win. I mean, I think that's the best way to go until business starts to pick up. But I don't expect to come back and just be named on a lot of horses. You got to put in your time, you got to put in your work,
You're still an apprentice, right?
Yeah.
So you still have an advantage in terms of the pounds and so forth.
Yeah, for now, Eventually, I'll be level off with most of the guys for later down in the year.
We spoke down in Fort Erie last year.
Yeah.
And
Prince of Wales Day.
Yeah, Prince of Wales Day, and a lot of people hit me up and say, who's that kid? Seems like a nice kid, and so forth. Do you get that a lot, or is that just, is that new or what?
I think I have a good mutual relationship with a lot of guys on the back stretch. I don't really have, you know, there's one or two. Everybody's not gonna like you, but for the most part, have a good relationship with most of the guys. Walking through the barn, just respect, you know, respect goes a long way. And I'm pretty chill, so that's how it is most mornings, anywhere I go, I guess.
And currently, you're rolling with you have an agent, and you're still
Neil.
have the agent from last time.
Neil Wilson. Neil. He had a lot of success back in the days. You know, he had Justin Stein when Stein was flowing high for a bit. So he knows a lot. He knows the business, and he schools me. So that's good, you know, guide me. So, like he said, you know, he deals with the politics. My job is just to go and ride and do my best. He'll deal with everything else, and that's the best way.
That's good.
It helps me mentally. So I like it that way, to be honest.
That's a good thing. I think I met Neil 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I don't think I saw him since then, but
Neil walks pretty quick. You got to keep up with him.
But tell me something, man. So, I mean, your brother down in Winnipeg, and right now you are in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Woodbine. You know, you feel good here in Toronto in general. You spent quite a bit of time in Barbados first. You lived in Barbados.
I haven't been there in over a year, but I started when I was in Barbados. I started riding. It was like 2019. I got my license in 2019, I think. Then 2020 was COVID.
2020 was COVID.
Yeah,
Definitely was COVID.
So
You
it
can't
was
forget that.
An entire year, and I think the track got dug up. Yeah, the track did got dug up, and then I left in 2021. So honestly, I'd say that I only really started like race riding from 2021 in Alberta, Edmonton, Century Mile.
Right.
Yeah, that's when my racing career really started.
What's it like down there?
Honestly, the track is nice. It's wide. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. Kind of, you know, miss it, but like,
you know, this is the big time right here, Woodbine,
Yeah, I
in
know.
Canada. This is the big
But
time.
at the end of the day, you know, we all have like experiences and memories of stuff back there, and every place is different.
Do you feel it's only a matter of time? Because, you know, we've seen like some apprentices, you know, they come to the tracks, and, you know, they pick up most of the good mounts, right? And they do well. But I mean, like for yourself, do you think that just a matter of time before someone says, hey, look, this is a good kid, he can ride, he won quite a few races, and we're going to give him some good shot?
But eventually, you know, my main focus right now is just to keep working, keep my head down, and just whatever happens.
Locked up. Off and racing, and a perfect start. And going for the lead, Valley Victory deeper on the track, got out in front of a wall of them. Coming forward towards the inside, Whereas Essa showing up is also Agile Dancer as they settle down. And coming up on the outside, Towns Warrior, line of three just behind with Moment of Peace, and about 2.5 lengths away back to the tail end is Coherence. And as they settle into stride, at this stage, Trebuchet is about 5 behind, but racing in front, and clearly Valley Victory. Valley Victory at the half mile, nicely out from Towns Warrior. Pushing through is Agile Dancer. One who dipped out was Moment of Peace, still there on the inside behind the leaders. Whereas Essa up the inside, Coherence is now starting to run, has some room, and is coming up about 4 off the lead. And last of all is Trebuchet. They come to the 5/16, and Valley Victory leads by a length. Agile Dancer, Towns Warrior, Whereas Essa and Coherence catching the pack. A long gap, the others. Trebuchet at the back with Moment of Peace as they corner. And now Towns Warrior looms on the outside under pressure. Valley Victory joined by Whereas Essa, Towns Warrior, Agile Dancer, and hooking wide Coherence. About 5 chances here. Battling on Valley Victory on the inside. Right down the outside of Towns Warrior and Coherence. And battling away Whereas Essa. Valley Victory on the inside, still in front. Now Coherence deep on the track coming, but Valley Victory and Coherence as they come to the wire. And on the outside, Coherence narrowly from Valley Victory, and back in third, Whereas Essa, followed by Towns Warrior. And the time 1:17.98.